Now this is the steel-bodied Duolian. Now going back into the 1930s, the style O was invented to cut costs by having a single cone. When the Depression was hitting harder, they figured they could make a guitar out of steel, which would be cheaper again. Nowadays, there's no significant price difference, but back in the 1930s there was. So this is a single cone guitar made out of steel, and back in the 1930s they would paint them with Duco automotive paint, like in sunburst colours. And the name Duolian comes from the Duco paint they used to use. So it's a steel guitar. Our ones are just plated the same. It looks identical to the Style O. You can't tell them apart from just looking at them, but they sound different. The steel body has got a particular sound. That sort of honk you get in the lower mid-range of the Style O, well, you get it 10 times in these ones. It becomes a really good guitar for blues. Blues players used to like these guitars in the 1930s because they were the cheapest possible resonator, and resonators are loud. So they liked them because they were loud and they were cheap, and because they're made of metal rather than wood, they're less susceptible to environmental changes. So you've got a durable, loud, cheap guitar. So what's there to not like for a blues player? But also it's kind of got a gutsy sound. That's that. And I really like the sound that these guitars make. It's almost vocal down there, playing single note lines in the low register. It's almost like it's singing to you. Low end shuffle, it's really good. That's loud enough to get a bunch of people dancing in a juke joint in Mississippi. Now when you get up to the mid-range, it's got quite a nasal quality. Again, it's a sound which is distinctive, it sounds metallic, and it sounds quite bluesy. It's got that rough, bluesy sound to it. Quite a lot of resonance up high. It's not delicate. It's quite a long way from the tricone. The tricone is delicate and beautiful. This one is rough and gutsy. So you can see this is pulling your playing more towards blues. If I do you can hear that nasal quality in the top of those strums. Yeah. Finger picking. Now with a slide, it really comes alive. It's a big, full-bodied sound. It's got that kind of garbage can sound. Now, all of these guitars are good with slide. The cutaway tricone's especially good in terms of being able to get up high, but with the brass, with the steel body, and this kind of metallic sound, and a big full-size body, it's a beautiful instrument with slide. If you want to get really down and dirty, let's try that with one of the other guitars. It's there, it works. If you hadn't heard the other one, especially if you weren't in the right room with me, now when you're right here hearing the acoustic sound, because resonators, really, there's no way to really capture the joy of a resonator through a microphone. This is okay, you know. I could get used to that, I could play like that. If I wanted to play that sort of way, I'd be happy. But as soon as I picked up the steel-bodied one, and did the same thing. I go, oh, this projects so much more. It's such a damn loud guitar, and it's rough as. So, if rough Delta blues is your thing, this is the one to go for. So a guitar with a lot of personality. If you don't want to get pulled into that deeper Delta blues area, this is not the guitar. If you do, this is the guitar.